Another aspect of positive parenting is having realistic expectations. You need to have realistic expectations of yourself as a parent and realistic expectations of your child and their behavior. Children develop at different rates and paces based on their unique genetics, the environment that they're in, and their age and stage of development. It's unreasonable to expect a child to walk perhaps at the same age that their sibling walked at. Even if they're in the same family, they have a different set of interests and pursuits that makes them walk at different times. I have 3 children. My oldest walked at 11 months. My second walked at 14 months. You just never know what to expect with that. And so it's important to be prepared and be flexible in response to your child when you see their behaviors. It's so important to accept that there is no perfect parent and there is no perfect child. When we experience times of stress or seasons of change, we're going to have different responses. We're going to adapt differently. And it's important to have patience with ourselves and with our children as we kind of make our way through that. In the same light, a child is in a constant state of change. They're growing. Their bodies are changing, their minds are absorbing new information every day, and it's important for us as parents to keep that in mind. When we give instructions or we set household rules or we tell our children something to do or to follow, they may need help doing it the first time. And then it's important to remember that they may need to do it multiple times before they can remember to do it on their own. There's something called the proximal zone of development, which is the idea that when you are teaching a new skill, you want to teach it in a way that the child is really ready for, where it's not too hard, but it's not too easy either. If you can train them in that skill just to where it's kind of that sweet spot, it's going to prompt them to not only learn it, but to be able to move to the next step. So sometimes when we approach our kids and we expect them to say, maybe brush their teeth, we have too high of an expectation of what they're able to do. We may need to break it down into simple steps and walk them through it. What's the first thing that we do when we brush our teeth? You could even ask them that question. That's right, we get out our toothbrush and we put toothpaste on it. And as you guide them through each step, they're going to feel more confident and begin to think for themselves and take responsibility from going from step 1 all the way to step 5 and finishing brushing their teeth on their own. If we're trying out new parenting strategies, it's important to have patience with ourselves. Something might be new to you. If you're trying descriptive praise for the first time, set a goal. Maybe you want to try giving 3 descriptive praises to your child in a certain amount of time. That's fantastic. Once you've mastered it, add a harder goal, add a few more times of descriptive praise. And to go easy on yourself when you've not quite met that goal or done exactly what you wanted to do, just have that understanding that you're trying and you're doing the best that you can. And then apply that to your child, knowing that they're doing the best they can and they may just need a little bit of support. When there's a difference between your expectations of yourself or your child, when there's that difference between the expectations and the reality, there's going to be conflict. If you expect your child to be polite all the time and well-behaved in every situation, you're going to experience some stress when they're not. And so it's important to understand where they're at, that they need repetition to learn, and that they need your constant and consistent, calm interaction with them to guide their learning and their behavior. When parents are feeling a lot of stress, they can feel very anxious about what they're doing as a parent, or maybe how their child is behaving. If you kind of are able to step back and take a deep breath and let go of some of that stress, then you'll be able to see more clearly what your child is capable of doing and what you're capable of doing yourself.